Hello students. Today we are going to discuss chapter 4 of your book First Flight, that is from the diary of Anne Frank. In this chapter, the writer Anne Frank tells us about her true companion, a diary. First of all, let us discuss the main characters of the story. Anne Frank, a 13 years old Jewish girl, Margaret Frank, Anne's sister, Otto Frank, Anne Frank's father, Mrs. Frank, Anne Frank's mother, Mr. Van Daan, a Jewish businessman and an associate of Mr. Frank, Mrs. Coopers, the headmistress of Montessori Nursery School, Mr. Keesing, Anne Frank's math teacher. Before proceeding with the chapter, let me give you background knowledge about Anne Frank. Anne Frank was born on 12th June 1929 in Germany. She was born to a rich Jewish merchant. When she was still very small, there was a political unrest in Germany, and Hitler ordered the execution of all Jews. The family migrated to Amsterdam, but when the Nazis occupied Netherlands and started hunting down all the Jews, the family went into hiding in the annex of a kind friend where they lived for 2 years. Anne was gifted a diary on her 13th birthday. She befriended an imaginary friend called Kitty with whom she held conversations every day, recorded in the form of an informal chat. Though the diary was a personal and informal documentation of her feelings and experiences, she could never have imagined that the same diary would one day become an important piece of history as well as literature after her death. The pages in the diary reflect her mature and keen insight into human behavior and also tells us how lonely she was at heart. When she was just 15 years old, the family's secret hideout came to be known to the enemy soldiers and they were taken to different concentration camps. All three members, the mother, sister and Anne, became victim of typhus and succumbed to it. Only the father, Otto Frank, survived because he was sent on the war front. When he returned from the war, he could not locate his family. However, he found Anne's diary, which was originally written in Dutch. He got it translated into English and other languages. The diary soon became very popular all over the world. Thus, Anne's memory has been immortalized. The Diary of a Young Girl has since been published in 67 languages. Countless editions as well as screen and stage adaptations of the work have been created around the world. The Diary of a Young Girl remains one of the most moving and widely read first-hand account of a Jewish experience during the Holocaust. Now, let us see what is there in the extract that is taken from the Diary of Young Girl. The story is about a young girl called Anne Frank. Basically, the lesson is an extract from her diary which was gifted to her on her 13th birthday. Anne was very happy to receive the diary because she felt she could share her innermost and private thoughts and feelings with an imaginary friend called Kitty, almost her diary friend. The diary is a glimpse of her experiences, but in this lesson we get a brief background of how the German Jewish family had to move to Amsterdam to escape the wrath of Nazis who had occupied Germany under Hitler. Anne Frank explains that though she doesn't like talking about her family and life, yet she would give a brief sketch of her life before writing above other things. She feels that this would help a reader understand things better. She says her father was 36 and her mother 25 years old when they married. Her sister Margot was born in Germany in 1926 and she herself was born on 12th of June 1929. She lived in Frankfurt till the age of 4. Her father decided to migrate to Holland in 1933 and mother followed him in September, leaving the two girls in the care of their grandmother. Margot, her sister, went to Holland in December and Anne joined them in February next year. Since she was still very small, she says she was plunked down on the table as a birthday gift for Margot and started attending the Montessori school. When she was 6 years old, she got into the first form and remembers her teacher who taught her in the sixth form. Her name was Mrs. Coopers. She was also the headmistress. At the end of sixth form, Anne had to leave and both had tears in their eyes when they bid farewell to each other. In 1941, Anne Frank's grandmother fell ill and had to undergo a surgery, and so there were hardly any celebrations on her birthday. Her grandmother died soon after in 1942. Anne was very fond of her. She says that perhaps no one knew how much she loved her grandmother, and so she often thinks of her. In 1942, Anne's family more or less made up for the birthday celebrations. This included a candle which was lit in her memory along with the other candles. Anne Frank also tells her readers about her experience in the class. That day all the students were nervous as it was declaration of the result. The teachers were to announce who would move up to the next form and whose promotions would be withheld. Half of the class was batting. According to Anne Frank, a quarter of the class did not deserve to pass, but she says teachers were unpredictable creatures because they could spring up surprises. Anne Frank was not so worried about the girlfriends or her own self. She was confident they would make it to the next class, though passing maths was a bit doubtful. However, nothing could be done now. All that they had to do was to wait. All that they could do was to console each other and tell each other not to lose heart. Anne says she gets along very well with her teachers. They had 9 teachers in that grade teaching different subjects, of which 7 were men. She mentions in particular one, Mr. Keesing, an old-timer who taught them maths. He in particular was always upset with Anne because she was talkative. He gave her many warnings and finally, as a punishment, he gave an extra homework to do. He asked her to write an essay on a chatterbox. Anne sat down to write the essay but could not get many ideas. She wanted to write something that could convince Mr. Keesing that talking was a necessity. After thinking hard, she did finally manage to write something and fill up 3 pages of essay writing. She felt satisfied with what she had written. In her essay, Anne wrote that talking was a student's typical characteristic, that she would do her best to control this urge, but she might find it hard to do so because she had inherited this quality from her mother, and therefore one could do much about the traits that one inherited. When Mr. Keesing read the essay, he laughed at the arguments she had presented, but when Anne repeated her habit of talking away, he gave her another assignment. This time she had to write an essay on an incorrigible chatterbox. Anne wrote the essay and handed it in. After that, there was no such assignment for about his talkative nature. Next. Finally, Mr. Keesing lost his patience by the time the third lesson was delivered. He told her that he had enough of her talking and gave her another essay to write on the topic. That was quack, 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 said Mistress Chatterbox. On hearing this topic, the whole class, including Anne, burst out laughing, even though she had almost run out of ideas on the topic by then. She decided to come up with something new this time, so she took the help of her friend Sane, who was good at writing poetry. She helped her compose her new essay in verse poem and was excited to see the result of their effort. She knew that Mr. Keesing was playing a joke on her by giving her such a topic. Now she wanted to make sure the joke on him. Anne says she finished writing the poem and she was satisfied with the result. She found it beautiful. The poem was about a mother duck and a father swan with 3 baby ducklings who were treated harshly by their father. The father swan had bitten them to death only because they quacked too much. When Anne submitted her assignment and Mr. Keesing had read the poem, she realized that he had understood that Anne had tried to play the joke on him. He read out the poem to the class and added his own comments too. He seemed to have not only been pleased but understood the underlying meaning, because after that Anne was allowed to talk and was never given any punishment assignment. On the other hand, Mr. Keesing seems to crack a lot of jokes in the class from then on. So dear students, it's all about the chapter 4 from the diary of Anne Frank. The present lesson is a page of basically a diary of Anne Frank which wrote on 20th June 1942. I hope you find this chapter interesting and easy to understand. Thank you.